Welcome to This Week in Crowder College, an in-depth look into how Crowder College students, faculty, and staff are working together so students soar to new heights, communities are impacted, and lives are changed. This Week in Crowder College is sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson in Neosho, specializing in workers' compensation, personal injury, Social Security disability, and more. Learn more online at neoshoattorney.com. Now here's this week's edition of This Week in Crowder College.
Welcome to a brand new week of This Week in Crowder College right here on 91.7 FM. Adam Winkler here with you. Privileged to be joined by Cindy Brown from Crowder College. And Cindy, thanks for being with us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Well, you're wearing many hats these days out there at Crowder College, so we're going to dive right in and talk about a number of topics here on the program today. First off, new student orientation.
Yes, we found that, it's been many years ago, we found that, having something before the first day of classes was really beneficial to students. So we have what we call new student orientation, and students come in with their parents if they want to, or a family member, somebody that maybe their support system, to find out just a little bit about what to expect from college. Because, it is a big change, and there's a lot more free time or a lot of different expectations. And so we gather them all together. They can sign up for it. It's not required, but we encourage it. So they come in and we talk to them a little bit about what to expect from faculty members. So we actually have faculty members who have a panel that they just kind of give them some hints and tips and study things and stuff. And then we'll have departmental people that'll just give you a quick overview of what they do. Like, for example, if you need help with tutoring, or you're looking for maybe a peer mentor, somebody in the subject, why we can help with that, or just how do I navigate college? What do I do? So we'll have people that will talk to them with those things. And then we have a session where the students will actually go to a computer lab and make sure that they can log into the computer and that they feel comfortable with it, and they change their password, and they go through all those steps so that the first day of classes, they walk in, it's like, hey, this is easy now. I got this figured out. And it has worked really, really well with the students. And it gives the parents a good peace of mind. It's like, even for those that are not living on campus, like, okay, they're going to take care of my kids. My student's going to know what to do. They've got a contact person now. I wouldn't want to compare it necessarily to an open house or something at a high school or a K-12, but it gives them that feeling of comfort. And that's the main reason for doing it, is to help them get adjusted without being overwhelmed all at one time.
Well, we go back a few years. One of my favorite days out of the year was move-in day. After the summer was over, got back to college, got back to see friends, and you got back into that routine. That was always an exciting day, and a move-in day is coming close for you guys as well.
Yes, actually Saturday, August 19th will be move-in day, and we have two sets of housing. We have our traditional suite-style housing here on the Neosho campus on the east side, and then obviously across Highway D or Donovan Drive, we have our apartment-style housing just across the road, which is a little more independent living for some, where they have their own kitchen and less people in a room, those kind of things. So we get to help with move-in. We have a lot of employees who help volunteer, and move-in day is always fun because you get to meet mom and dad usually, or little brother and sisters, or grandma and grandpa, and, just that support system behind that student. So it's always fun. It's fun to see the kids and the smiles on their faces, and, as they unpack their rooms and carry boxes around. We get some cool pictures of the day, as well as getting to meet some people, which that's what makes it fun. And the parents and everybody seem really thankful, grateful for the assistance too.
Well, as you guys have students moving in on the 19th, it's kind of the last summer hurrah here in the area, as it's the annual Crowder College Rough Rider Scholarship Rodeo out there, and always an exciting time for everyone involved.
Yeah, this is the 11th year for the rodeo, and, all the money goes to scholarships, ag travel seminars, things for the students that they have to work to earn those scholar dollars, but it's a way to help. And, it is a true ACRA, IPRA rodeo. So we have great entertainment for the whole family, wonderful food. Our ag kids will be cooking food. We'll have vendors set up. And it's a great way, too, when the students who have moved in on campus and maybe my roommate and I decide, hey, let's do something fun. Let's go to the rodeo. We actually give the students tickets to come over to the rodeo so that they can get in and maybe make some new friendships and be entertained all at the same time. So it is a very jam-packed, busy weekend, but it's also an exciting weekend. Fall semester is probably one of my favorites, just because that's where you get to see the new students as well as the old ones that we missed for the summer, and then start all over again.
Well, then you look at the sports scene, and you have the golf team, you have the cross country team, the soccer team. They're getting geared up for practice as well. And
so our soccer team moved back in the first weekend in August, followed by our cross country team just a little over a week ago, and then golf will be back on campus. They'll all be playing. I think our first home soccer opener is August 30th. So hopefully we'll get Coach Bond on here. He can talk about both the men's and women's teams. We'll try to get Coach Holt with cross country on here to talk about that, and then Coach Major with our golf teams. And, those were great sport additions, and we've seen both teams increase. Both golf, cross country, and women's soccer have all been added, and we've seen the increase in enrollments from those students. So it's exciting. Exciting to see them back, and, we'll be out hopefully getting to watch some of them play and participate and go from there.
Well, we always talk about Christmas being the most wonderful time of the year, but there's something special about late August as schools get started once again. The fall sports pick up, people get back on campus, and just a special time of year. So try and get as much rest as possible. Enjoy the process, and thank you for being with us this week.
Thank you for having me, Adam.
Thank you for listening to This Week in Crowder College. This Week in Crowder College is sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson in Neosho. You can listen to this broadcast again by going online to kneo.org or to crowder.edu. Tune in once again next week for another edition of This Week in Crowder College on KNEO 91.7 FM.
Are you a Christian who likes to read? If not, there's a whole world of Christian publishing out there that you're missing out on. I invite you to check out the Author's Corner podcast, where I talk to the latest Christian authors each week about their new book releases and what's coming next. So if you're ready to jumpstart your spiritual growth with the newest books and the authors who write them, check out the Author's Corner podcast with me, Roberta Foster.